I'll be back. JRH_310 joined the game. JRH_310 left the game.
Welcome to Atlanta Motor Speedway. Today we're going to do a fun race, 40 laps of mayhem for the Cup Series. In qualifying, there is going to be qualifying now, but this isn't qualifying. It's going to be private, basically. If I want to post the qualifying, then I just probably will. But it's usually a private live. Now, here we go. Let's just give a tour of Atlanta. This was recently configured to New Atlanta with its new line with the green and yellow line. And then the flag stand doesn't look too good. We have our flag waver and the choose going. So while on pace, they could get to choose their spots. And the American flag and a bunch of logos at the side. And a bunch of other stuff. We recently just finished Pocono. Let's get to our starting lineup. Here today at Atlanta Motor Speedway, Ty Gibbs in the 54 car. Didn't have any problems really fast at Atlanta, and he got that spot. He was starting on pole. Second place is Denny Hamlin, one of our our second Joe Gibbs car on up here in our starting place. That's all I have to say. He won Daytona. Alex Bowman, our first ever Hendrick car up here. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. William Byron all the way up here too. He won at Watkins Glen in the original 2023 real life season. Maybe he could win here. Martin Truex Jr., speaking of him, they're rivals in real life basically. They've been fighting against each other in the points and they've really been battling it out. And yes, he did win the regular season in real life. Let's hope he does get in that championship four. And here we go. In this start, I think 6th. Chase Elliott all the way up here in 6th. Kyle Larson in 7th. Not really anything to say. And in last place is Christopher Bell. Because in qualifying, he cut the track and he did not. He was going to get around here or here, but he's just going to stay back here because he cut. I don't know. What else would they think? That's our starting lineup. We're going to do 2 pace laps. Stage 1 is 10 laps, Stage 2 is 20 laps, and Stage 3 is 10 laps. And here we go. If they pit, they have to go on the back straightaway to pit. Because that's just real life. And the restart zone's right there when we go green. Let's get the people down here to watch the race. And they're going to bring their own people down here. Like, even some people who don't really want to come down, they're just getting them. Yeah, they brought some other down here. There we go. You're our first to be out. They all start at the same place. They just get out of their boats. Alright. Let's hope they don't change their spots really and stay in the same place. It's going to be Ram. Okay, never mind. They're not even going to stay in their place. That was basically pointless. At least Christopher Bell is still in the back. Our first caution lap is underway. They're going to stay under the apron because they just got out. One of my friends called JRH. He was going to join, but he just apparently got offline. I don't know what you expect. Like, he literally does not do anything. I mean, basically, like, if he's going to do something. Like, he says, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then he just never does it. 40 laps in Atlanta. Maybe 2 to 3 hours. Here we go. That's our first pace lap. Final pace lap on the hit line. You got the Tri-Oval, and yes, there probably will be a Legends mini oval race, maybe, if I have a mini Legends Racing League, but I still can't name and think of the animal, and I'm still trying to make a Pinties or Arca series. And Christopher Bell, he's all the way up here. He's moved to the spot. At least we have some fun races to check us in before September 8th, when PCRS comes straight back to Nashville to do the Season 1 race. And if they want to pit, it's right there. Eggs in too, tuned in. Here we go. Off turn 3 and 4 for the final time in Atlanta for the caution laps. Green flag in the air as they hit the restart zone. Alex Bowman leads us to the green flag in Atlanta. First time ever in PCRS they will race here. Alex Bowman leading. Chase Elliott right behind him on lap 1. 10 laps for the stage. He gets sideways. He gets bumped in the back. William Byron's looking to go low. And can he do it? He cannot. Oh, and he takes him out. He dumps him all the way back there. Alex Bowman battling, but no. William Byron takes that lead away. So we have Kyle Larson. Speaking of drivers, yesterday Ryan Preece has flipped and barrel roll in the backstretch of Daytona. I mean, I guess just prayers, I guess. But he is all right. There could be a flip today. Here they go. Lap 2. William Byron. 24 car. He's all the way up here. Oh, and they're sideways all the way back there, too. Lap 2 is kind of getting a little bit boring. William Byron's all the way up in the front. He's still keeping that lead. The mayhem that will happen. He tries to block Alex Bowman, blocking his teammate, but he will get a push. It is starting to become daytime. Because we literally started at like 5 or 4 a.m. That's why it's starting to become 7 or something. Yep, the sun is coming out. Sunrise, it'll be daytime for Atlanta. For a long time. Lap 3, they're all 1 wide. They're 4 wide. And not a lot of people want to come down. They like to be in the back stands for some reason. They just pile up back there. Bring them down, then they just come back all the way up. It doesn't make sense. They just go up there. William Byron, how is he still holding that lead? And if this did count for points, he'd be getting a lot of points this season. So is Ty Gibbs, because he only gets stage ones. Christopher Bell, he might look to cut. William Byron's trying to block on the outside, doesn't really work too well. Martin Truex going in the inside. Here's the battle that I was talking about. But William Byron stands no chance after Martin Truex won the regular season in real life. So he basically stands no chance, and Martin Truex just passed him. Lap 4 in stage 1.
How many
Choose
laps?
cone is only for pace. 40 laps, if you haven't seen. It's going to be that much laps, which would probably take around 2 to 3 hours, but I know not a lot of people are going to stay there that long, so I'm just going to hope that people come in and out, and then more new people come in and out, and it's just going to be like that. Or if the people actually sit there and...
Wow.
It's going to take up to like 4 to 3 hours around there. These guys do not go too fast. I think it's a lap 4 still. I saw Fireball, Denny Fireball, Denny Hamlin, I think. I don't even know. Chase Elliott leads to lap 5. 6 to go. If they want to get that stage win. Hendrick and Joe Gibbs, they're both powering on the outside, but I'm surprised they still haven't gotten past the first. And there we go, Martin Truex Jr. is looking for that lead, and he takes it away once again. I can't wait until PCRS returns for the points. There's a lot more new tracks. Atlanta's not in the... Actually, yeah, it is in the Season 1 schedule, I think. It's whatever. Darlington in this schedule is going to be, like, the most boring race. Martin Truex Jr. is about to lead us to lap 6. It's hard to control y'all. Not the viewers. I mean, like, these, like, they literally go off track all the time. Lap 6. 5 to go. Christopher Bell all the way up in the lead. There will be DNFs in stage 1 to 3. There can be. Sometimes we just don't want DNFs in the first ever couple laps. Ty Gibbs now in the lead. You usually see him, but he hasn't been up here for a while. I think it's the first ever time he's gotten up here. He leaded since the race, and he was all the way back here for the rest, like 6 laps. I'm surprised this dude couldn't get back all the way up here. He started on pole. Now he's all the way back up here after being in last place for like half of the stage. Actually, more than half. Half and a quarter. Wow, he led a lap. It's hard to pass these guys. Like we talked about a couple of races ago. It's super hard to pass. Here we go to lap 7. 4 to go. No one's pitting yet. They'll probably pit around stage 2 to 3. I have no idea what they're going to do. Ty Gibbs still leading. He still has that spot in his hands. The first place spot is in his hands, and he can do anything with it. He can decide anything with it. Will he either drop it, or will he keep it in his hands? He's looking to keep it in his hands. He doesn't want anyone to keep it. He's trying to block. Try to lead us to lap 8. He wants that stage win. Here we go. 3 to go. Stage 1. 40 laps of mayhem will be crazy. Oh, and there's a near spin back there. There's somebody all the way loose. No caution, though. If there's a caution on the final lap, that will end the stage. Or if there's a caution 2 to go, then there will be overtime to start with 2 to go again. Ty Gibbs somehow still holding that lead. He'll win stage 1 probably. Or Martin Truex. Or Kyle Larson. And Ty Gibbs is spun. He did not drop that lead, though. He's keeping it. He's keeping it stable. He's blocking everyone. He's looking to keep it. He's not dropped it. He might win the stage and hold it. He's dominating this race so far. He's going to get half of the stage and also half of the stage not in first. He's led a lot of laps. Lap 9. 2 to go. He wants to hold it. He's holding it pretty well, even though they're 1 wide. If they were 5 wide or 6 wide, that would have been bad for him. It's getting crazy all the way up here. Ty Gibbs still wants to lead. He's blocking everyone low. He's blocking everything he can for the 2 laps to go. Christopher Bell's looking to keep that lead. Or never mind. Ty Gibbs keeps it again. The 54 car dominating a little bit. You still didn't get like half of the race. Whoa, they're sideways. Whoa! Ty Gibbs cannot do it. And Denny Hamlin takes it away. It looks like he's not going to win the stage and goes straight back to the back. He's like, okay, yeah, he's already back in the back now. I don't see how that works. 1 to go. Final lap in this stage. You never know. Christopher Bell could cheat, and he might get disqualified. You don't know if he's going to win. He hasn't been up here at all, and he's been to last. All the way to... Okay. Chase Elliott wants it, but it looks like Joe Gibbs Racing might get that stage. Still nothing. They haven't got any news from his radio. Like, they're not talking at all. They're just going. Christopher Bell. Oh, is he going to let him back off or Ty Gibbs win the stage? He's super close. And what did I say? Is Martin Truex going to win? Nope. Christopher Bell blocked, but it's still Joe Gibbs. 1 caution lap. Or 2 caution laps for them to pit and do the choose cone, because we didn't do it when we paced. The end of the stage, Christopher Bell gets the win on the stage 2. 20 laps. How long we've been going? Let me see. Like 57 minutes. We're about to go to an hour. And all of those 57 minutes were just half of me standing in front of a sign telling people when the race starts. You're basically just fishing for viewers. It's not like a rude thing at all. Okay, I don't know why we're going to use the choose cone as soon as we're going to go on to this lap, but it's whatever. Choose cone. They're about to come over there. They're about to take some pit stops. And they're all going to go all the way up high, but you're probably going to hit the wall, so that's not really a good idea. They're going to go under the apron on the back stretch so they can go and pit. We'll take a look at the sky when we're at pit lane so they can randomize and see who can win the race out of pit lane. William Byron, can he win it? Well, it's going to be randomized inside of a circle that they create, so I don't think so. If they go down the back stretch under the apron, now they're in pit lane. They've hit the spot. They got to slow down. If anyone gets past me, they're disqualified. Well, okay, it's not my fault that I hit that, so it's not their fault. They're disqualified. Me is basically the counter of, like, how fast you go. If you go past me, then you're going too fast. I'm going to take the pit stops. Look at the sky. Look at the stands. A lot of people are down here now for some reason. They've been starting to like this race. They're coming back down from the back. Don't worry if I move a little bit, and it's just because I have stick drift. Don't mind that. I have no idea what that is. It's probably one of my friends that hasn't did the TNT experiment all the way over there. Okay, let's go again. Oh, car's hitting the wall. Alright, slow time. Here we go. They're going to continue the one lap caution. And they hit the line. They're all the way back out on track. When they hit the restart zone, the blue thing on the wall and the apron, that's when they go. Or just the line, I guess, if you want to count that. This might not be going around 2 hours or so, but this might go around for an hour. I mean, if you let the stream's little sign thing, then yeah, it'll go around 2 or 3 hours. Here they go. They're about to hit the restart zone. Green flag in stage 2. Kyle Larson leads us off of stage 2, 1 wide. That doesn't really mean anything because they're going to get disqualified, or no, not disqualified, DNF'd. They're too far back. Denny Hamlin, known as the Fireball Hamlin, all the way up here. There he goes. He's going to try and go low to block it. Alex Bowman wants to go low instead. He wants to go super low and block that out of here. The wait has been so long to get it in Atlanta and finally do a race. And now we're at the time. And today's the day where we see it. And if you're asking the question, no, I'm not the first ever animal racer. The only one I've seen before me is like Matt D Cup Series or whatever. I'm not telling you that because of him. I'm just saying, if anyone's wondering. I think he started like 2 years ago or 1 year ago, but I'm not trying to dislike your tracks if Matt D's watching, I'm telling him, but you might want to improve your tracks a little bit. I mean, even if you wanted to, you probably could just go ahead and sign me up and I can do better races for you. But I'm not saying yours is trash. I don't know what I'm going on about, but it's lap 2. Kyle Larson's in the lead. Can he try and block? No. I think stage 2 might be a little bit of a concerning stage because there might be some wrecks. And besides, it's literally stage 2 and it has 20 laps in it, so that's going to pretty much wipe out the whole entire stage. There's going to be a lot of lead changes. Kyle Larson still leads to lap 3. That's how long it took to get to lap 3. That's pretty fast. Oh, Martin Truex said he's going to get that lap. Excuse cone's shaped like a penis. Denny Hamlin's all the way up here. They're too wide. That's not really good because the person in the inside's going to get it. Obviously. I don't see why people like the outside more. Like, now the outside lane in real life is mostly the preferred line instead of the inside. They only use that in the turns, mostly like the back straightaways, and the outside's usually always used. Nobody even goes in the outside in like Heat 5. Ty Gibbs still leading. This is a pretty boring stage 2. Martin Truex tries to shove him out of the way. It's not really a good idea to do that. Not really. Kyle Larson wants to go on the inside. Not really going to work, though. Martin Truex still wants to keep that lead, and he's gotten far enough to the point where he can. Lap 4. 7 to go in the not 7 to go, 17 to go, I think. And he just got absolutely obliterated, got absolutely smashed all the way to the back of the field. The driver who was just in the lead got smashed all the way to the back of the field. The opposite is now William Byron. William Byron still trying to catch up. He's trying to get a big advancement. If there was an elevation change here, yeah, you would get pretty far. You'd get some pretty good distance away from people. Lap 5, 16 to go. The long stage, and Kyle Larson gets sideways. He gets sideways again. He is getting so sideways. And there's another one sideways. Goes Martin Truex Jr. and advances to the top. And then gets shoved to the back once again. Wow, in the turn, he was like in second or third. And now he just got shoved to the back on the back straightaway out of the turn. That's crazy how he can just get ejected out of the race. Denny Hamlin will get smashed in just a second. If you're cutting and you go to first, that's not really... You basically just... You're going to get disqualified. That's what happens. Here we go on to lap 6, 15 to go. In the stage. I bet the drivers really want to finish this race because they probably think it's boring. And now less of the fan base are going down all the way to here. They're going up again. I don't know what's going on with them. They just want to choose some random places. It's going to be crazy this stage, I guess. We've seen some close spins, and there's another one all the way in the back. This pig right here. Denny Hamlin. Told you he was going to get smashed. William Byron gets a little sideways, and now they're all sideways. Denny Hamlin again, he goes all the way on the outside. He gets a little loose. Kyle Larson trying to get up here. Watkins Glen was more funner. Homestead, meh, it's mid. Actually, it's probably one of the worst ones. But Homestead was destroyed. And yes, Homestead's in the Season 2 schedule. Pocono is, Richmond is, Kansas is, Talladega again in the playoffs. That's like the only track that gets 2 times. I think it's lap 7. No, lap 8. $13 to go. Ty Gibbs wants that inside. I don't really know what to say because this stage is literally so boring. The end of the stage is going to get crazy when they go on to stage 3 and there's a spin in the back. Looks like it. Oh my, I did not even press that. Ty did not even press that. I don't know what just happened. I can't really move. Okay, now I can. I don't even press anything. And it might be too long of a race, and if it's too long of a race, I might just end it. Not here, though. Alex Bowman gets pushed to the back. Chase Elliott now leads, and now he's getting pushed to the top side. Pig vomit. I'm a sucker for themed food. What do you use to make it? No, it's not anything. It's just, vomit. Lap 9 about to be lap 10. 10 laps to go in the stage. We're getting close. My fingers are dead. This 40 laps is going by pretty fast. You've already gotten into stage 2 and there's only 10 to go. And now the wait continues to get that 40 lap mark. Doesn't really sound long at this point. It would be long if it was like 200 laps or 120. Kyle Larson's, oh, never mind. He just got shoved down to the apron. Oh, they're getting more shoved down to the apron. And who is that? Alex Bowman went under the apron and got shoved, spun, and then all the way into the lead. And now Denny Hamlin gets a huge boost. He gets some bump draft, and he gets shoved all the way in the first. Lap 11. 9 to go. Chase Elliott, speaking of 9, he's all the way up here. 9 car. 48 right behind him. Basically Chevys versus Toyotas. And we might be actually adding a new team. Trackhouse. Because I'm interested. We've seen wall rides from Chastain. Daniel Suarez. The only thing I can remember of him is Pocono when after Logano left. I mean, Suarez basically does nothing. And then Shane Van Gisbergen. Yeah, he's done a lot of stuff. Wins his first ever race. I'm interested, and I might add that team. So we're going to be up to 10 to probably 11 members after we add them. 12 or 11. 9 to go. Speaking of that, we're about to go 8 to go. Lap 12. Christopher Bell now wants to lead. He has the orb in his hands. Just like Ty Gibbs. They have the orb and nobody's in the stands anymore. It's been a whole entire day in Minecraft. Now Christopher Bell once again has the orb in his hands. You either keep it, never mind, Alex Bowman does now. Christopher Bell did absolutely nothing for that orb, but Truex is now in charge of the orb. If he doesn't get past, he can have the charge of the orb. The first place orb, he's defending it. Not really a good defender. Now you just gave it to Ty Gibbs. Now he's going to defend it pretty well. He didn't lose the lead any time in stage 1 once. But he finally did. But Ty Gibbs is a good defender. 7 to go, lap 13. He's a good defender. Maybe he can win stage 2. It's looking a little bit brighter for stage 2 now. It's daytime, don't need lights. And now he's not being a good defender, a little bit less. William Byron's now, and now Martin Truex Jr. takes it back. Wants to be good with that orb. Really wants to. Oh, and imagined figures. Martin Truex gets blocked. Martin Truex gets sent to the inside without a trace. Martin Truex actually passes in the inside this time. It's pretty hard to pass, and he actually passed. Never mind, he's probably going to get shoved out of the way. We're about to go 6 to go. Lap 14. He's going to try and defend it from William Byron. He does. Perfectly. He's going under the apron. If he doesn't stall on the track sometimes, he might keep it. But Kyle Larson wants the orb now. Once I get to the winning orb in stage 3. Denny Hamlin wants the orb now. It's too close to block. I think Denny Hamlin has the orb now. Martin Truex Jr. did good with it. But he could get it back. Now Alex Bowman's looking for it. We're going to have to stop talking about the orb. It's just people who lead in the stage. There's going to be pit stops sometime. Ty Gibbs, now he wants to lead. He's a good defender. He wants it pretty bad. Kyle Larson now leads. All the way up to lap 15. 6 to go. Stage 2. Kyle Larson in the 5 car. He's now leading. Ty Gibbs, now he wants it. Martin Truex Jr. all the way up here. Chase Elliott's looking for it. I wonder when they're going to pit. Oh, and what did I tell you? They're pitting now. Denny Hamlin, he wants to fight off of pit lane to get that stage. If there's going to be a spin, that will cause the caution for them. And there's a near spin. There's people getting sideways. There's one going down here. There's one going down there again. Slow time. Alright, they've hit the line. Green is still going. They passed the line while in pit lane, so lap 16, 5 to go in stage 2. No cautions. Ty Gibbs, why did you give the orb to him? He won the race off in pit lane, and now he's going to win the race. Maybe. He might win stage 2 too. He still wants it. More likely wants it, and he stalled on the track, and that really messes him up. Sends him a couple positions back. Martin Truex Jr. now wants to be a defender of the orb, but Ty Gibbs is more likely better, and now Chase Elliott gets his first time to have the orb. He wants to show how good of a defender he is. He wants to show as good as he can. He wants to show he's better than everyone. There's a little bit more people in the stands. Lap 17. 3 to go. Or no, 4 to go. Christopher Bell now up here in the lead. Can't touch that wall. If you touch the wall or go to the lead while you're cutting, you are disqualified. And Christopher Bell hasn't done anything about that yet. Or he's going to do it in the original season, and he just turns into a helicopter and spins around 15 times. 3 wide battle, but they immediately close into 2 wide. Now they're battling with Alex Bowman and Christopher Bell, and he cannot hold it. He's coming back up, though. It's not too good. They go to lap 18, 3 to go. Christopher Bell now has the orb. He's been up here for a good amount of time, but now Martin Truex Jr. for like the 15th time takes the lead away. How long can he hold it? There's enough laps to the point where he probably could get that stage win. He's pushing Chase Elliott. Now he blocks Ty Gibbs, but that gives Truex Jr. the chance to take the lead. And you should not have done that, Chase. It kind of puts you in trouble, and now he can block you, but Ty Gibbs is right in the back. Chase Elliott, Ty Gibbs, Martin Truex in the battle, in the mix. He gets shoved all the way back out. Ty Gibbs and Truex are out of the battle. Chase Elliott's just waiting for them to come back. They're all the way back there. Chase Elliott gets spun out. Here they go. Final lap in stage 2. Been a crazy stage. Now William Byron takes the lead at the last second. Can he be a good defender and take that stage win? Now Alex Bowman, they're fighting off of these turns, and there's so many lead changes in the final lap, and now there's a spin back there. Why did you give the orb to Ty Gibbs? Once again, he's a good defender. He might win the stage. He gets shoved out of the way, but he still keeps it. It's pretty crazy and aggressive here on the final laps, so you should expect yourself to get spun around and not get the win, so there's more of a chance that Ty Gibbs won't get the win. But still, Ty Gibbs, he wants it. He spins. He got too aggressive. His heartbeat went up too much. Denny Hamlin and Ty Gibbs all the way back there. Now Kyle Larson. Now it's up to one of the Chevrolets. Who's going to get it? Disappointing finish. Kyle Larson gets the stage win. Thought one of the Toyotas or someone that we like is going to get it. And Denny Hamlin, as soon as the race, as soon as the caution comes out, he just has to come up here and rub it in the people's face. Like say, oh yeah, I won, but he actually didn't. 2 caution laps. They're taking another pit again for some reason. I have no idea why. Coming all the way back down. We're about to go to stage 3 for 10 laps. Stage 2 at the start was a stupid stage at this point. But now, it got crazy on the final laps. At stage 3 it's going to get even crazier for how they're going to go to get that race win. They want it badly, but now they can get it. They've been waiting for this for days. For the mayhem that's going to go to Atlanta for 40 laps. Who's going to win the race off of pit lane? Get slow. Destroy him, randomize him. Come out of pit lane, final lap for the caution lap. And the Chevys beat him out of pit lane. Who's going to have the orb in their hand when the caution comes out? There's been no cautions for wrecks. There's only been cautions for the stages. And now we're up to 3 cautions this race. Martin Truex Jr. has the orb in his hand, and he might get the pull off of the green flag. No, Fireball Hamlin's all the way up here. Now he switches back. There can be another switch back from the inside. Kyle Larson. Disappointing. He's going to push him all the way up into the lead. Gives him just a little bit of an advantage. Green flag back in the air at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Lap 1 out of 10. Oh, and there's a huge spin in the back. There's another caution. For 1 lap. As soon as we start, they can't make it off the restart because they just wrecked. As soon as they make it off the restart, 1 last caution lap. Couldn't even make it past the line. They couldn't even make it turn 1. They did get past the line, but I just didn't say green flag when they hit the restart zone. As soon as they get off the thing, yeah. Now it's 4. Now there's 4 wrecks. I mean, there's been 1 caution for a wreck, but that was the big one off the restart. Like, I saw multiple people spin in the back. Here they go. They hit the restart zone. Green flag in the air, Atlanta. For the first time in this stage. Actually, second time. Will there be another spin off the restart? I don't see any. So they can have a good race. Lap 1 out of 10. Chase Elliott up here to lead. Martin Truex Jr. now has the orb. Can it come down to the wire? Kyle Larson has the chance to win it. All these cars, these 5 cars are just powering through the middle line. They're getting further and further away from the people on the outside and the inside. And now Martin Truex Jr., it's not a good place to be. Ty Gibbs now has the lead. Now William Byron, he gets shoved all the way out in the way. They're going to get into the wall. But that still doesn't really help the Toyotas because they can't make a full pass. They're trying to. They're battling it out. They're trying to take out William Byron. Lap 2 out of 10. They're trying to take out William Byron so bad. They had enough. Is there going to be a pass on the outside? I didn't think so. Oh, one of those people won it. But then easy for Chevrolet because then one of their teammates can just easily pass them. Okay, it's been official. Teammates who are leading and their teammates are right behind them, they can easily pass, but other people, it's hard. Lap 2, it's been like 3 days now in Minecraft. It's about to be 4. Alex Bowman now up here. Why were we seeing Chevrolets? We're seeing Toyota mostly less in the stage. We usually always see it. All the way to lap 3 out of 10 for the final stage. They're going to be fighting on the last lap. There's going to be a lot of stuff. Martin Truex Jr., he has it. He has it. Stay in the inside so that you do not get catched up with. If they catch up on you and they try and pass just like that, you're doomed. He's trying to send him down the track. He somehow blocks when half of the car is all the way low, and he gets dumped down low. Kyle Larson and Martin Truex Jr. is mad. He's sending him up the track. He's sending him up the track. It really messes him up there. They're going to probably have a talk after the race. They all got just sent to the back because of their hits and fights little thing on the track. They're about to go to lap 4. Nobody is DNF'd yet. Not really a crazy race, but it's decent. Ty Gibbs wants the orb again. But he's getting passed and passed. He can just not hold the lead. He's losing the lead all the way up to last. Wow. Ty Gibbs went from first all the way to last. Martin Truex Jr., speaking of him, now he has the orb. He has it all. He has all the power in his hands. Either throw the power away or keep it. And he's been fighting that power for the whole race. We've been talking about him so long, and he's been fighting for it. But Ty Gibbs now wants the orb. He wants it. Denny Hamlin now. There's all Toyotas up here, so it doesn't even matter if they get passed, because there's, like, the whole entire team's all the way up here. Hendrick's all the way in the back. Lap 6 out of 10. They're still have the whole team. Never mind. Now Chase Elliott comes from all the way to 6th to 1st. Ty Gibbs loses the lead, but he still doesn't want them to take it away. He still has the chance if he doesn't get blocked. And he just did. Now the whole entire team of Chevy, the 2 people of Chevy is all the way up here. I've been focusing too much on these guys trying to pass. They want it. Ty Gibbs now going low. He has it. Now Denny Hamlin has it. Now Christopher Bell has it. And I bet that's Martin Truex Jr. Alex Bowman. I bet Truex is all the way in last then. Denny Hamlin's all the way up here. They're removing Alex Bowman out of the club. Removing it with Kyle Larson. Lap 7 out of 10. 4 to go. Chase Elliott. Now all Chevys are basically up here. Martin Truex Jr. battling into the mix. He's just barely in the top 4. He's about to get passed again. Now he's still in the top 4. Now he's not. Now he's in 5th. Now 6th. He's just slowly crawling in the top 4. It doesn't look like that's going to happen today. They're making a lot of moves. Chase Elliott's all the way up here. My stick drift just literally sent me all the way in the fence. Chase Elliott, he's going to lead us to lap 8. 3 to go in the stage. We've only had 1 wreck, and that was only off the restart. It was a huge one. It's been a pretty clean race. Just like 2023, the drivers are getting better and better, and you barely even see wrecks anymore. Christopher Bell and Denny Hamlin. Ty Gibbs now Truex Jr. almost. Now William Byron wants it, but he got shoved all the way to the back. Okay, yeah, maybe stalling out probably helped him, because I didn't want to help him, but I accidentally did. Now, like, the whole entire team of Chevys all the way up here. Denny Hamlin's up here in the mix, too. Now Martin Truex Jr. has it. We're about to go to 2 to go. If there's a caution now, you better hurry up and do it, because if it's the final lap and there's a caution, it's over. No more battles, and it's going to end off of a bad thing. I don't remember who they hit, but they're probably not going to have fights. They're blocking low. 2 to go. Lap 9 out of 10. Denny Hamlin's all the way in the back. It doesn't matter if they pass, because it's just a Toyota. They're the same people. Christopher Bell, Ty Gibbs now. It's very safe passing, but now Alex Bowman looks low. They're just sending him off the apron. Luckily, they're a little bit lower. Alex Bowman's not lower. Now he blocks. Now he sends it high. Ty Gibbs now has it. He might win this race. Chase Elliott gets sent to the lead, but there's still a hope for Ty Gibbs. Never mind, he's just all the way in last now almost. In the middle of the pack. He's just slowly crawling to the top 4, Ty Gibbs. He's right there. Final lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank in Atlanta. If there's a caution now, the race is over. Kyle Larson, there's like a whole entire team of Chet Hendrick up here. Truex tries to get in the mix. He's in the top 4 almost still. Now he's in like the top 6. Christopher Bell's all the way up in the lead. The mostly cheating person. Can he win the race? Or can it be Hendrick of the Chase Elliott? Chase Elliott leaves a little bit of room. But they're all to the wall. Christopher Bell, he has the lead. But just last time, Chase Elliott and both of them are battling. He takes the lead away. Denny Hamlin goes low. This is now a super speedway. And he's a king of super speedways. And he comes back and he wins at Atlanta Super Speedway. He has no problems this race. He barely gets up into the lead. And our little rookie for this race has won it. If you have a super speedway, you should get Denny Hamlin in your mind, because he has just won Atlanta Super Speedway. Just a little bit of history, but it's just a race win. And this is not a real race, because besides, it's not even the real season. But fun races will kick you in before it's September 8th. Because still, my house is like caught so hot. And at least 2 people still watched. Like half of the 4 people still like stayed in, but they kind of just disintegrated into obscurity. Denny Hamlin will win at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Crazy finish. Ty Gibbs did not get the win, unfortunately. But at least one of the Toyotas, the same as Ty Gibbs, he's the Toyota team. At least one of his teams got the win. Should be grateful. Well, he should.
It's over.
Yep. Just ended. Great win for... Hey, what? Oh, that's all. Great win for Denny Hamlin. Oh, yeah,
It
William
was like
Byron's going
40
over the
minutes.
fence. Actually, it wasn't even that really long. It started at like 1 minute and 57. That was only 30 minutes. 40 laps and just of like 30 minutes. That was kind of weird or stupid. But I guess it just has to go like that. Denny Hamlin burns it out in front of the crowd. The crowd is coming to Denny Hamlin, coming to the line. He gets the checkered flag and he spins it around.
Looks cool at night.
He's going to go ahead and do a parade lap. Congrats to Denny Hamlin winning at Atlanta Super Speedway. If you see a Super Speedway, you got to get Denny Hamlin in your mind because you know he's going to win every single time it comes to Super Speedway. Denny Hamlin, Denny Hamlin, Denny Hamlin. It's always the same dude. He's always going to win all the Super Speedways. But it's usually, unfortunately, very, very rare for him to win at short tracks because he is, like, trash there.
Their feet look funny.
More to come to the longer, like, racetracks, the more the Denny Hamlin will most likely win. Most likely Talladega, he'll win. He does a parade lap, he sends it in pit lane. And wins at Atlanta Super Speedway. Just some history was made, because it doesn't really matter if you win. It's just a win-win. Just like how I won in the Kirk VR Rec Racing Series. And one of their tracks. Not really too much history, because it's just a race win. If you win, you win. And if you have to win it, you have to win enough to the point where people know you and it's history. Or like if something insane happens, like in this race, I guess. Like I don't know who the drivers were. I think it was something about Ty Gibbs. He got a little bit of contact with somebody. They were probably going to talk after the race, but it doesn't really seem like they did. And we're about to get some interviews from the drivers. So hold on. We're just going to have to get it. So we're going to have to wait. Alright. Some news from Ty Gibbs. He's got really frustrated, really mad. He's not too mad, but he's really disappointed of how he didn't win. He basically led half of the race and lost half of the race. And this time he didn't win, and he's kind of frustrated about that. But he says he'll win next race, and speaking of next race, that next race will be Richmond. And I have no idea how it's going to turn out. So I'm not really sure. I just got done with the race, so you can't expect to immediately schedule. I'll probably... Okay, just stay tuned for, like, tomorrow or today for my community post, because I'll probably post which track we're racing next. I'm not even sure if I can do Richmond. I haven't made the track, and I don't know how it's going to look. If it looks bad and stupid, just scrap it. Remove it off the Season 2 schedule, too. Richmond will just be forgotten. In many tracks, like, they could not make Richmond at all. But there's Ty Gibbs' interview. We have to get more interviews, and the next one up is the winner. Some news from Denny Hamlin too. We've got his interview. The race winner. He's not frustrated. I mean, he's won at every single super speedway, so he's not really surprised, but he is happy for the race win, and yes, he does know it's a fun race, so he's not really too excited about it. But if he really did get a race win, he would be all the way probably in the top of the points, and the points will get bigger, because if he won like the regular season, because you're going to get into the playoffs, and you get the regular season win, because then soon going to get to the playoffs and stuff, and they're going to restart the points. It goes all the way to the championship 4. But that's what he says. Basically, he knows he won, so it's not really surprising because he won at every single super speedway. We basically have every single one. Next one up is William Byron. William Byron's interview, he said, he's cool about getting in the middle of the place. He got his he's got his place that he wanted. He was expecting to get middle of the pack around like 5th or 6th. He was kind of expecting that, but originally he got 3rd or 4th. Around that. He got a pretty good one. I even have a diecast in here that's also William Byron. 2 William Byrons. And I have one stuck up, so it's basically 4 or 5 William Byrons in here. Not really too much of a William Byron fan, but I am a Truex Jr. fan. And that's actually the next interview coming up. William Byron he's happy with his place. He's really happy, I guess. And he kind of expected it. He didn't think he'd do well in this race. So, yeah. Next interview is Martin Truex Jr., which is our last interview before I end this live. Interview coming up, Martin Truex Jr. He led the whole entire race, but he's still happy because one of his team members, Denny Hamlin, has gotten the win. He does not care about anything else except his team, and he wants to work it out. He did get around 4th, 2nd, or 3rd, around the spot where William Byron got. He probably finished right ahead of him. Some rivalry there. They want that spot. One's going to finish ahead, and one's going to finish in the back. If they somehow get the same place, don't know how that's going to work out. There's been some ties in qualifying sometimes in real life, but ever since then, there was almost in 2022 or 2023. One of them just almost got the same time. Like, almost like under a millisecond. But it's whatever. That's Martin Truex Jr.'s interview. That's the end of the interviews and also the end of the race. We got done with the race, now we got the interviews. And the fans, like, all of them has came down for some reason. Probably to see Denny Hamlin. They're still here, but you might as well exit. Because this race is no longer live. It is about to end, and thanks to the flag waiver, who did absolutely nothing. And, yeah. Well, it looks like a triangle. Like, it's actually more of like a triangle. Anyways, that was Atlanta Motor Speedway. Actually has some pretty good stands too. Has its little wood type of thing. Before we end it, here's some new tracks that I've recently made. Nobody really knows about this. This is Phoenix. It's going to be the championship race in Season 2. Next up, Pocono. Yeah. Over here was recently made, just finished today, with the help with some of my friends, because why not? Like, I always work alone. I never get to finish a lot of tracks. Yeah, I have no idea why there is that there. I think they killed a little bit of people. Don't mind about the dead sheep, basically. And one of them escaped. And I totally didn't spawn it. I mean, they're in the stand. I guess they suffocated. That's Pocono. Now, this track, it doesn't really have too much in it. A lot of people will probably guess Martinsville, but yeah, it's Martinsville. This track was going to get made, but the turns are just crappy and a lot more weird than themselves. Right here, you can basically tell the walls aren't lined up, and it looks bad. Like, these right here. Look at this. You think it actually looks perfect from right here, but you look, the walls still aren't lined up from that block. And over here, you try to go here, well, it's going to line up, and the cement's literally going to be before the wall, so it's not even going to be perfect. And you make the slightest turn, it's not even going to look perfect at all anymore. And yeah, this is basically the crappiest track that I ever tried to make, and that's my first one that I ever just ditched. I think there's another one that I made. I'm not sure. There's going to be a new Daytona and new Las Vegas. It won't be canceled from the schedule again. Yeah, I swear to God there was something else that I made. Oh yeah, Homestead. Like, it's not anywhere here anymore. So, you know where Pocono was? Like at the side of Watkins Glen over here that I'm going over? Yeah, it's all the way over here. That's where Homestead. Right here. Homestead used to be there until, yeah, I still haven't uploaded the video yet, but, yeah. The sheep invaded our track, and it is the most actual real thing you could have ever possibly did. One, we thought it was a hacker. Two, it was actually the sheep trying to do this. Or three, it's kind of our fault. Or four, nothing. Or all of the above. But it's whatever. But I kind of think it's our fault, because we did light the TNT up. Yep, that's it. From Atlanta Motor Speedway. Smaller than in Phoenix. It's going to be a long race at Phoenix if you do. There's a slight little turn there, don't mind that. Atlanta Motor Speedway is one of my most perfect tracks. One of my most smoothest tracks in this game. For some reason, some of these turns are like 3 blocks, but this one's only 4. That was Atlanta Motor Speedway. See you later for the next fun race, probably Richmond. And whoever just joined, you might as well just go backwards on the stream and watch everything else, because I'm already about to end the whole entire stream, because I just got done with it. Bye everyone, I hope you had a good time for this 43 minutes, almost 44. Yeah, I'm not going to say I'm going to go die again.